the best, but I gotta get this off my chest. And I'm ready for what's next, cause it's not with you, I'm over you.
Hey, it's your girl Michaela, and today I'm gonna be talking about feminine hygiene. And when I say feminine hygiene, I mean yoni hygiene. In other words, as my pathophysiology teacher would say, in other words, I'm gonna be talking about your kitty cat. You have a JJ, whatever you want to name it, call it Sam. I don't know, I don't care. It's your body, you do what you want. But before we get started, please make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and like this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is yonis, your underwear. Most of us wear them, but I'm not gonna lie, some days I do not. And I feel like underwear nowadays, I don't know about you ladies, but they're getting smaller and smaller, and I get it, they're cuter. But I feel like one day I'm gonna have underwear so small that they might even get stuck in between my booty cheeks. Just saying. So anyways, our underwear are supposed to be cotton underwear, breathable underwear, underwear that is not making our yonis very sweaty and super moist with bacteria. And I feel like it's really important. So actually, my girl Jalen got me these underwear from Pink for my birthday. Shout out to her. It's important to wear underwear. So I know sometimes I'm guilty of not, but if you haven't noticed, especially when we wear pants, there's little parts of our pants sometimes that even rub up against us that could irritate us. And irritation could definitely throw off our pH balance. Another thing is that I know all of y'all do not wash your pants every day, okay? I am a super germaphobe, so I do wash my pants after every use, but I will say, there are times where I have a dress or something and I do not wash it, and that's actually not what you're supposed to do, because our body, especially when we walk outside, our clothes protect us from all this bacteria that gets on them. And if we're wearing pants over and over again and not wearing underwear, potentially we could be exposing our bodies, our down there area, to that bacteria. So it's important to wash your clothes. I know that your pants, your favorite pants, might get, you know, a little worn out, but take them dry cleaning if necessary. But that's also why it's really important to just protect yourself. This is protection from the outside world, okay? And also, we do have secretions. As a woman, it's normal. I have to let you know, it's normal to have secretions. Now, when your secretions are thicker than normal, maybe they're a little discolored, especially if they're green or too white, too chunky, please go to your primary care doctor. You may have a yeast infection, or you may have another type of infection that you definitely need to get checked out. So I feel like, yeah, that's really important to just wear cotton underwear. You know, also, when you're sleeping at night, wear really loose clothes, or don't wear clothes at all if you have a lock on your door, if you're living still at home. It's really important to wear breathable clothes, but also when I'm sleeping, I don't wear underwear. I mean, I lay in my bed, and if I have pajamas on, I just won't wear underwear, just because our bodies do need a break. Our yoni needs a break. It needs to breathe. And when it's always in an enclosed area, it can also throw off the pH level as well, because it's exposed, like I said, to different bacteria. You may not even notice it. If you sit on a toilet seat, you're exposing yourself to bacteria on that toilet seat. If you're wearing clothes that you don't wash regularly, if you're on bed sheets that you don't wash regularly, you never know what you could expose your body to. And especially if you're hotboxing your kitty cat in it, it's not good. It's like an incubation, a little incubation box. So you don't want to do that. The next thing I want to talk about is the smell of our kitty cats, okay? So I feel like it's really important to tell you guys, it's normal to have a scent down there. And I know that's not what you want to hear. You want to smell like rainbows, but it is what it is. I mean, things that could alter the way we naturally smell could be factors like maybe you're not drinking enough water, maybe you're dehydrated, Another thing could be maybe you ate a certain type of food that also altered your scent. Another thing that also could alter it would be your menstrual cycle. When we have our menstrual cycle, our body naturally cleanses the yoni, and I feel like sometimes for women it could also hinder their pH balance, which could cause you to smell. Other factors could be infections, and that's really important to notice because I feel like a lot of the time women don't realize that their scent is telling you something. So just know, ladies, when your body smells a certain way, it's telling you something. And our bodies, you know, our down there area isn't supposed to smell like a strong fishy odor, by the way. Everybody has their own little scent, and you'll realize it over time, like your scent. And other times you won't smell like anything, and that's okay. That probably means that you're very hydrated. But say if you had a long night out, right, and you drank a lot of alcohol, that alcohol could cause you to be dehydrated and cause you to smell, realistically. It doesn't mean you have to immediately go to your doctor because you think you have an infection. It just means drink more water, try to lay off the booze, and see how you smell the next day. Another thing that is very important to know will change the scent of your yoni is intercourse. So whatever type of intercourse, if there's any type of bodily fluids, saliva, sperm discharge, whatever, I don't judge, that will affect the smell of your yoni, especially if you are not using protection. And that's why I really feel like it's important to tell you guys, if you can use protection, please use it. It will protect you from all sorts of things that may be permanent, like STDs, STIs. Please protect yourself. So yes, it can change your scent. The other person that you're with may not be clean. Maybe they haven't showered in a week. I don't know how, you know how guys are. A lot of times women do get UTIs after intercourse, and that is unfortunately normal, especially if that's your first time being with that person. And I've heard of women still getting UTIs after they've been with that person for a really long time. It's just our body's chemistry doesn't always get along with the guy's chemistry. So that's something definitely to look out for. Another thing is, I don't know about you guys, but there's days I eat total crap, and the junk food definitely affects your scent. I would definitely eat more fruits and vegetables and just lay off the junk food. The salt, the oils, all that, it could definitely hinder the way you smell. The next thing I want to talk about is how to wash your bidet. So I think it's really important to wash yourself with something that is unscented or made for your yoni. So I like this Summer's Eve. This is a fragrance-free cleansing wash. This is a newer one. I know they used to have washes with dye in it, and dye is not good for your pH balance. Also, scented items, people say you shouldn't use anything scented down there. A lot of people, like myself, I grew up using Dove, the original Dove, or the unscented Dove. They both, I never had problems with them at all. But when Summer's Eve came up with this odor reducing Summer's Eve fragrance free cleansing wash for sensitive skin, I immediately had to buy it, and I really like it. And it just smells clean, to be honest. It just smells really clean. Another thing that I like to use, especially after intercourse, after even when I'm going through my menstrual cycle and I just feel like I need to clean myself, I like to use these Summer's Eve cloths, and these are scented, but they are dermatologist tested, and I've never had a problem with them. It's supposed to be 5-in-1, so I actually like the Sun Island Splash, and it gently cleans and freshens, removes odors that cause bacteria, helps maintain a natural pH, and it's free from dyes and parabens. So they used to have dyes, but like I said, for those of you who are saying like Summer's Eve is bad for you, they actually did change their formula. So I like that. They did change their formula. Another thing I do want to talk to you guys about too is baths, because now that we're talking about what to shower with, I think it's also important to know that when you do take baths, you are increasing your risks of having a UTI. So some people are like, hey, you know, I feel like I'm doing everything. I don't understand why I have a UTI. Well, have you been sitting in water for a long time? Maybe you go swimming a lot, or maybe you're simply taking a bubble bath, or you just had intercourse with your man or woman and you haven't been showering after. It's also important too, what could decrease your risk of getting a UTI or bacterial vaginosis after intercourse is peeing. So I try to pee before and after intercourse. I also try to make sure I'm clean before and after. So that has definitely helped me. I do pee a lot though, because I do drink a lot of water. So just try to pee after intercourse, and try, if you can, if you are at your own house, to shower or use wipes. Like I said, these wipes are really cool. After I pee, I usually just wipe myself with these wipes. And also know how to wipe, okay? So you want to wipe front to back. Front to back, not back to front. Back to front, I promise you, you will get some type of infection and it will not be pretty, because your bacteria back there is not the same up here, okay? So another cool thing that I've learned along the way is, if you do take baths and you feel like you are prone to having any type of infection, put a cap full of organic apple cider vinegar in your bath. It definitely helps. And try, like I said, to use unscented things. So try to use unscented bubble baths, or bubble baths for sensitive skin. Try to use things that you feel will not irritate down there. But I'm telling you, a cap full of this is good for you. And also, if you could wake up in the morning and drink a cap full of this every day, it does help your body fight off things. I'm just saying, okay? So it's really important to do that. Another thing that will help detox your body is organic cranberry juice. So this is my organic cranberry juice, and I feel like it's really important, especially if you're having any urinary tract issues, to drink your cranberry juice. Drink some green tea without sugar, because sugar does hinder, right? It does hinder your health, especially when you're trying to detox. So apple cider vinegar, cranberry juice. Another thing that's a great thing to eat is a probiotic, such as I know people they drink the kombucha, which is like a fermented drink, but also eating yogurt. So if you could eat some Greek yogurt, I'm telling you, it will definitely help you if you are battling bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, UTIs, any type of infection. It will definitely help you fight off bacteria. Of course, it's not going to do 100% of the job. That's why it's really important to please see your healthcare provider. If you're experiencing bacterial vaginosis and you keep experiencing that smell, or having to deal with like these infections, ask for topical flagyl. I just saved your life. Topical flagyl. Ask your doctor for a gel form of flagyl to put on your vajayjay, because some people, you know, say if you're into sports, you work out a lot, I get it, you sweat, and that could even hinder your pH level. So I'm telling you, it could definitely help you. But like I said, talk to your doctor. What's best for you may not be best for somebody else. But when you do smell a certain way, if you have an infection, you think you might have an infection, you might need an antibiotic, and you better take those antibiotics all 7 to 10, whatever days they tell you to take them. So those two are great things. Another secret of mine that I love so much is coconut oil. So if you feel like you are prone to having yeast infections and you want to use it kind of like as a preventative measure, take some coconut oil. Make sure it's virgin, organic coconut oil. You don't want to use anything that's not organic because I can't help you, okay? I don't know what else is in it. Might be some pesticides, I don't know. So you want to get some coconut oil and apply it to the exterior, more wet areas of your yoni, your vagina. And I'm telling you, I've read studies that show that when you use coconut oil, it does decrease your chances of getting yeast infections, and it can help you. Also, I've heard of people who are very sensitive and say you don't want to spend a lot of money on all these different lubricants and you have problems with getting moist down there. Use virgin coconut oil, because I promise you it will probably help you with whatever problems that you're having when it comes to infection. Statistics and studies have shown that it does help. So hopefully that helps you guys. It is safe to use coconut oil as lubricant, and I mean, you could cook it in your food. I'm just joking. Don't use the same jar for your food as you do for your yoni, but you could also use it for your hair. So you can use it for your yoni. Make sure that whatever knife or whatever you use to take it out, you throw away, you toss it. You could use it for other parts of your body, like your face, your skin if it's dry, your hair. Coconut oil has so many different uses, you guys. So there you go with that. So going back to how coconut oil could help prevent and cure yeast infections, I have to let you know, I did read this article and I thought it was so interesting that they said that if you have a tampon, it was also, by the way, it was on Healthline if you guys want to go check it out. But if you put some coconut oil on top of a tampon, like just at the very tip before you insert it, that should help you too. I don't want to tell you guys to put coconut oil inside, like a bunch of it inside of your vagina, but I have read that it is very safe to use as a lubricant. It's a natural form of lubricant, and it does help decrease bacteria that ultimately cause yeast infections. All right guys, so that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully it was helpful for you. If this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below if you did like it so I could make a part 2, or maybe there's another feminine hygiene topic you would like me to talk about. I'm there for it. Also, if you're a guy, maybe you want some like male hygiene tips, let me know. I'm super open to it. I love you guys. I truly appreciate all of your love and support. And remember, you a boss. Bye.
Tell me how I can be such a foolish girl. I should have seen all the signs you left with her. And suddenly I can't speak, so